Right. What's up, YouTube? I didn't realize that we were live. It kind of didn't go the way that I expected. But anyway, excited to be back. It's a Monday. And so, it's a good way to start off this call. We are back with AI Driven Business Daily Live 21. And today, Mondays are exciting days. We actually missed this last Monday since I was not able to make it. We typically have to do the summary of our entire project so far. And I completely forgot last week until just now. So we've got that plus the summary of the prior episode. So lots of summaries to get us started, and then we'll get into the Replan dashboard stuff. But all right, so episode 20, this was our last one on Friday. It says, in the last episode of AI Driven Business Daily Live 20, the hosts utilized ChatGPT to develop a content calendar for their website, focusing on blog posts, social media updates, and email newsletters targeting the identified keywords and industry-related topics. The hosts requested ChatGPT to write an article and optimize it for specific keywords. However, the AI-generated outline turned out to be longer than expected. They discussed the challenges of blog posting and agreed to spend more time tuning the prompts for ChatGPT to make the process more efficient. As the episode came to a close, they acknowledged that developing engaging, informative content can be time-consuming but essential to attract organic traffic to their website. So it was a pretty good summary, I feel.
That is a really good summary.
It did actually take me some fine-tuning. It wasn't...
okay. It didn't magically come out.
No, it's been doing this weird thing where it will say in the last episode, and then it describes my summary, and then it says in this episode, and gives like what happened for the actual summary. So I have to like delete in the last thing, and it's a little annoying, but hopefully that'll change back. And I tried 3.5 and 4, and 3.5 is still better for ChatGPT. But anyway, that was a good summary once I fine-tuned it. And then let's see the overall summary. Here we go. Let me pull this one up. Summary of the entire project. It's a little longer, so buckle up.
All right, let's do this.
The AI-driven Business Daily Live project began on April 7th with hosts Greg Flint and Jimmy Smith documenting their journey of building a business using ChatGPT and other AI software programs live on the AI-driven Business YouTube channel. They explored different niches, settling on a drop shipping business for eco-friendly gardening supplies, and later switched their business model to an affiliate marketing website focused on drip irrigation systems called dripirrigationsolutions.com. In recent episodes, they worked on building the website, creating blog posts, conducting keyword research, and designing the home and About Us pages. They used AI-generated content to improve their website's SEO and even discussed using AI to write a book for children. Recently, they've switched to using ChatGPT and other AI programs to help benefit many types of businesses from a consulting standpoint. They brainstormed businesses that could benefit from AI and encouraged viewers to suggest businesses to feature. They also discussed the process of creating summaries using a ChatGPT Chrome plugin, their strategy for growing revenue for their company Replan dashboard, and developing a content calendar for their website using ChatGPT. The hosts emphasized the importance of developing engaging and informative content to attract organic traffic to their website. Very good summary.
Wow, that
one was
a little sample of each phase along the way. That was good.
And my prompt, just in case anybody's curious, is it says, write me a summary of the below summaries that combines them all into one overarching summary. So I wanted it to know what I needed. Lots of
Please summarize my summary of my summary. It did well. That did really well.
So I was pretty happy with that. But...
yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Well, I guess we can go ahead and get started. Anybody that's got comments, questions, suggestions, etc., please post them as you're watching this live, or even if you're watching it recorded. Our next call will be tomorrow, May 9th at 12:15 Central Time, 1:15 Eastern Time. So we will be back and continue working on the project. And let's get on with replandashboard.com. You go ahead and pull that up, Greg.
All right.
It already says that it's up there, so I think you've got a certain screen pressed. Maybe it's just, there we go. Okay. All right. So today, or on the last episode, as you heard, we went through a blog post. So, Greg, if you can put that blog post out real quick.
Yeah, there we go.
And so what I'm going to do after this call, because we don't want to make you sit here and watch me edit it, because I know that there's quite a few things to edit within this. It's probably 80% complete, but I want to bring it up that last 20%. I'm going to do that after this call, or at least sometime before tomorrow, and then we'll be able to post the blog post tomorrow on the call or at some point this week. So I'm going to go through and edit that, and we should be good to go there. And then today we're going to be working on the other stuff that ChatGPT has suggested, which is we're skipping day 3 because that involves quite a lot of expertise. And so we're kind of not skipping it, but we're saving it for later till after we have blog posts set up. Is there anything else to say on that, Greg, or is that good?
The one thing that you and I had talked about is if you don't have your organic SEO stuff kind of tuned in, paid ads can do a little, but they do much better when you have your organic content laid out properly. So we thought, let's prioritize organic ahead of sorting out some of the Google and Facebook items that we will undoubtedly do later.
Perfect. And then days 4 was affiliates, influencers, and Amazon seller communities. That's for a little bit later down the road. ChatGPT can't really help us with that, so we didn't want to do that on the call. Day 5, design and implement customer onboarding. We've already done some of those things in the past, so it was a great suggestion, but we've just already done that. So we're going to move on from that. Day 6, analyzing customer feedback and developing a list of potential premium features or services for a new pricing tier. We just changed our pricing before this project, so we're good there. Day 7, create a loyalty program or discount structure to incentivize long-term commitments and reduce churn. I like the idea. It's something that will probably wait a little bit, though, because I'm not sure how ChatGPT can help us with that too much. We could, I guess, ask it for some suggestions. But
right.
Day 8, as you can see, it's bolded. That is what we're going to start with today. Set up tracking and reporting for KPIs or key performance indicators, such as customer acquisition costs, customer lifetime value, and conversion rates. And so we're going to walk through that with ChatGPT. And I guess we can start now by asking some of the KPIs that we would need to go through.
Yeah. Yes. So I was thinking about this prompt. Mm-hmm. I think what we'll go with is I was thinking about the McKinsey consultant thing again, but as an experienced SaaS executive, act as an experienced.
That doesn't know is software as a service.
Yep. Software as a service. Thank you. And Replan Dashboard is a SaaS product.
Yeah.
So act as an experienced SaaS executive and recommend a set of KPIs that would be valuable in helping us manage and grow Replan Dashboard. Anything you would add?
Let's see. Recommend a set of KPIs. I guess we can start with that. We might want to also ask it how to track them, or what that looks like. But it might be better to get the list and then ask.
Got it. No, I agree with that. As an experienced SaaS executive, I recommend the following KPIs to help manage and grow Replan Dashboard effectively. Number 1, which we actually talk about quite often, MRR, also known as monthly recurring revenue. This KPI measures the total monthly revenue generated from your customer subscriptions. It's essential to track MRR growth to understand your company's financial health and effectiveness of your sales and marketing efforts. ARR, similar to MRR, but annual, so measures your total yearly revenue generated from subscriptions. It provides a more long-term view of revenue performance. Number 3 is CAC, customer acquisition costs. CAC calculates the average cost of acquiring a new customer, including marketing, sales, and onboarding expenses. Monitoring CAC helps you determine the effectiveness of your customer acquisition efforts and the efficiency of your marketing spend. Number 4, LTV, lifetime value. This KPI estimates the total revenue a customer will generate throughout their entire relationship with your company. Comparing LTV to CAC helps you understand the return on your investment in acquiring customers. Typically, most, and this is my commentary, you're welcome, everyone. Most are targeting at least a 3-to-1 LTV to CAC. So you want to have 3 times your CAC in your LTV. Otherwise, it's hard to see the CAC being all that valuable.
So for example, if it was $100 to get a customer, you'd want it to be at least $300 of lifetime value.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect.
You got it. Number 5, churn rate, something we talk a lot about. The churn rate measures the percentage of customers who cancel their subscriptions within a specific period. A high churn indicates that your customers are not satisfied with your product or that your customer retention strategies need improvement. Number 6, net revenue retention. NRR measures the percentage of revenue retained from existing customers, excluding new customer revenue. A high NRR indicates that you are successfully upselling and cross-selling to your customers and retaining their business over time. Number 7, active users, daily active users, monthly active users. That tracks the number of users actively engaging with your product. High active user numbers indicate strong user engagement and product value. Number 8, customer satisfaction or net promoter score, CSAT or NPS. These KPIs measure customer satisfaction with your product or service. High CSAT or NPS scores indicate that your customers are happy with your product and are more likely to recommend it to others. Number 9, feature adoption. Monitor the usage of specific features within your product to identify areas that may require improvement or additional marketing efforts. That one's interesting. And number 10, sales and marketing funnel metrics. Track key metrics throughout your sales and marketing funnel, including lead conversion rates, time to close, lead to customer ratios. These KPIs provide insights into the effectiveness of your sales and marketing processes. Monitoring and optimizing these KPIs will help you make informed decisions to grow and manage your SaaS business effectively. Ta-da!
Awesome.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is actually a really good list.
Okay, so what are we, I guess, monthly recurring revenue, how, I guess, tracking these things, how do they recommend, or how does ChatGPT recommend we track all of them?
Yeah. This is an excellent list. How would you recommend tracking these metrics, KPIs? How often should we review this data? Anything else you'd add?
No, I think it's perfect.
Cool. To effectively track these KPIs, I recommend implementing a combination of tools, processes, and reporting practices. Use analytics and reporting tools, leverage SaaS analytics platforms such as ChartMogul, Barometrics, or custom-built solutions that integrate with your billing CRM and other systems. These tools can provide real-time data on KPIs like MRR, ARR, CAC, and LTV. For customer satisfaction metrics like CSAT or NPS, consider using survey tools such as SurveyMonkey or Typeform. 2, establish internal dashboards. Create a centralized dashboard using either a business intelligence tool or a spreadsheet that displays KPI data in a visually appealing and easy to understand format. Make sure the dashboard is accessible to relevant stakeholders.
Let's actually do that, because we're not going to use the first one. Let's us a spreadsheet
Yeah.
of things to monitor.
Ooh.
I interrupt the rest of
No,
it.
no,
And
no,
the
no. Go
KPI
ahead.
targets we'll need. But
Mhm.
other than that, reviews, collaboration, it's just us.
Yeah.
And I mean, Carl
Right.
too, but
Yes.
continuously iterate and improve. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
let's say, okay, ChatGPT, make us a spreadsheet and see if it can do that. Tracking the KPIs you recommended with industry standard benchmarks included.
Ooh. Yes. So can you create, or I'll just say, please create a spreadsheet to track
The KPIs you recommended and include
industry
target
benchmarks.
for each KPI, or benchmarks for each
Yeah.
KPI. Let's see what it says.
I'm unable to create a physical spreadsheet as I'm an AI language model.
BC, don't lie to me.
Hold on. Wait, did it mean like a piece of paper physical spreadsheet?
No, I think it means like an Excel sheet,
Okay.
but it might have meant
So
spreadsheet.
what we can do is say what we can do is have it populate a CSV, and then we can import that CSV.
Okay.
So it said blah blah, I can't build a spreadsheet, then gave us columns and rows, and then said to obtain industry benchmarks, you can refer to SaaS industry reports, surveys, and research, blah blah blah. Okay.
I've seen it make spreadsheets before.
I think it might be
CSV.
instead of making a spreadsheet, can you create a CSV template that I can import into Google Sheets? It's like Google? No. Oh, nice. Certainly. Below is a CSV template. You can copy and paste into a text file, save the file with the CSV extension, then import it into Google Sheets. Nice. Okay. I got it.
Oh, it's adding more things.
Oh, huh. Oh, revenue churn. Interesting. Oh, look at that. Instructions on how to import.
Yeah.
Go to Google
Yeah, but also
Sheets.
include those benchmarks though, or no?
It was saying that to get industry benchmarks, go somewhere else.
Okay.
Which and I'm happy to let me see. Weekly value, monthly value, quarterly value, year to date value, notes or comments. I'm gonna do this in a separate screen, and then I will come back, and then I will share it here. Hang on one second. Okay, so save that as, yeah. All right. Import. So I gotta save it locally as a CSV. It's kind of interesting.
Right.
I've got to open up a text. Oh, wait, not that. Creating a new file is surprisingly difficult. Not really, but a little bit. It's the right amount of difficult.
All right.
Okay. Now save this as a CSV.
What?
It saved it as a CSV.art. So I'm trying to create a text file, and it's just being the right amount of difficult about it. Where is... I'm trying not to have too much dead air on this call. Oh, here we go. Copy, paste. Save as, not a rich text file, but just a CSV. Here we go. Now I should be able to import this into Google Sheets. All right, so there's nothing up my sleeve. Import. How do I upload? There we go. Browse. KPI. Replace spreadsheet. Yes. Import. Hey, look at that.
Wow.
Nice job.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know if there's industry benchmarks for monthly recurring, any of the recurring revenues. Churn rate.
No.
Churn rate, we want that to be less than how much? Is it?
It depends. Yeah. And I think that's part of the challenge is a lot of these, it depends.
Okay.
So if you're, obviously the larger revenue base, typically the greater the churn, and yeah.
Well, technically, too, if we know our customer lifetime value, if CAC, the customer acquisition cost, should be a third of that lifetime value, we could essentially assign value or how much we can spend.
How much we should spend. That's a good point.
Which we don't necessarily want to share the financial data on here, but it's something for us to utilize, I think. Because if we were talking about doing Google and Facebook ads, we can then monitor it based off of, what are our goals per customer lead?
Yep.
Because then it's not just customer, then it's how much we're paying per lead, and how many of those leads turn into a paying customer.
Correct.
So I think that will be helpful.
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Months to recover CAC. So yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's kind of weird because we don't. I mean, some of the math is a little difficult because we don't have CAC right now.
Yeah.
Because we don't do a ton of outbound.
Right.
And sorry, I should say we don't do outbound.
Yeah. It's just all our time. No spend for anything.
Right. So, I mean, this is a great list. I agree with you. Some of this data is maybe a little bit more sensitive than others. But I do, I mean, we tend to talk about those three, and I don't know if
we talk about churn sometimes. Oh no!
Churn rate instead of revenue churn. Yeah.
Lifetime value, we've got that number. I don't know.
Yep.
Okay.
And then average revenue per user. I think we talk about that one as. I know we have the data.
Okay.
So, yeah. So I'm looking forward to digging into these, populating the spreadsheet. I think I will probably change it up a little bit. Like I like the target value But the weekly, monthly, quarterly, year to date, I think there's more value in it being a like a
Target monthly.
like well having like a month, and so you can see month over month,
Yeah.
kind of like almost like we would view financials, like, oh, how am I
Gotcha.
month over month, as opposed to having a totally separate sheet for the next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it'd be target value, current, and then instead of current value, you'd be like January, February, March, April, May,
Yep. Exactly.
June. Okay.
Yep.
And then all the other ones we don't really need. I mean, year to
Right.
date, quarterly is nice to know, but not necessary for tracking, I don't think. And month
Well,
over
and
would be better.
some of them. No, I guess all of these are. I was thinking that some of them were like revenue. You can't really talk about. You can't compare weekly to monthly to quarterly revenue because it's over a vastly different period of time.
Yeah.
But but all of these are in the context of they're like real-time snapshots. So yeah, we could average them out and come up with weekly, monthly, quarterly, year-to-date values.
Okay. Perfect.
So, but I like the concept of January, February, March. Let's just and maybe we do every 2 weeks so
Okay.
that so that we can record those.
Cool.
And then we get to figure out, how do we gather that data? So there's
Yeah.
some of it that is right at the tips of our fingers, and other data points. Other data points that I think will, especially when it comes to marketing, how many leads, how many people show up at the site, how many of those leads turn into actual demo users, and then how many of those demo users convert to actual paying customers.
Yeah.
And some of those figures they'll be great to dig into.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Okay, cool. I guess we're good then for this.
Yeah.
Do you think on the next one tomorrow, we might want to create more of a system for some of those blog posts? Since we did one blog, we wanted to
Yes.
go through and do those prompts, and I think that we meant to do that too today. And I don't know if we have time
Yep.
to do that. So maybe
I
tomorrow.
th- yeah, I think that would be a good focus for tomorrow, especially, and to kind of devote the whole episode to a systematic process to go from um, let's see, we might not have it. Yeah, to go from content calendar to actually having those posts all and not done, but at least drafted. Because to
Right.
Jimmy's point, I mean, there's a lot of work to do to review them all,
Yeah.
but you can't review a document that doesn't exist. So
Exactly.
getting
Well,
those created and built out, I think will be valuable.
some of these things too, like the Ultimate Guide to Retail Arbitrage is the one that we did already. I
Yeah.
can, once I'm done editing it, I can then put it back into ChatGPT and ask it to make me a YouTube script and that kind of a thing. So then we
Yeah.
can have a video made around it based off of
Yeah.
the post if we needed to. So it'll
That's
take me a little
awesome.
bit to edit it, but I think that making videos for each of these, I actually just did one that launched today for Is Amazon FBA Worth It? So that's on week 3, blog post 1. And so we'll have that.
Ta-da!
Yeah, we'll have that one ready to go. We just have to make a blog
Nice.
from it.
I
Um,
love it.
yeah, so I think doing that process will help tremendously.
Cool.
All right. Well,
Awesome.
I guess we'll stop it here. Tomorrow we'll pick up doing the blog post, content calendar things.
Yeah.
And we will be back tomorrow at 12:15, 1:15, so Central Time, Eastern Time. And if anybody has any comments, questions, concerns, please post them in the comment section, and we will respond as we can. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Greg. Have a good rest of your evening, and we'll see you
Thank
tomorrow.
you.